My name is Jason Kamras, and I'm the Chief of Human Capital for the DC Public Schools.
I'm Brian Kelly. I'm the editor of U.S. News & World Report.
Eric Smith, former Commissioner of Education for the state of Florida. Been a superintendent for 17 years in various states across the country.
We are working with NCTQ in a partnership to rank teacher training programs across the country.
My first relationship with NCTQ was as a teacher here in the school system, and I knew about it. It was doing important work to push important issues for teachers. Then when I became National Teacher of the Year, Kate asked me to join the board, and I was excited to do that, to be a part of this big change process. Pushing really courageous ideas, but also holding our feet to the fire to make sure that we're doing the right things and we're being smart about how we go about this work.
NCTQ is smart and tough. You know, the reason we really have enjoyed working with them is because they first bring a great sense of methodology. They understand what they're doing.
They do great work. I've engaged with them now in a couple of major projects, and you just truly value their critical analysis and their willingness to tell you the things that you don't necessarily want to know, but you need to if you're going to make a difference.
A lot of people in the education establishment don't want change. NCTQ has done a very good job of being very persistent and finding the data. Sometimes you have to get it through public sources. Sometimes you have to be creative about how you come up with it. But their total persistence is really what sets them apart.
When NCTQ publishes a report, people pay attention. And I think they do for a couple of reasons. One, all the research is there. They take their work really, really seriously. The data is sound, it's been well researched, and so you look at it and it makes you wake up.
The most important thing we're trying to accomplish with this is to make better teachers. America needs better teachers. We need more better teachers in the classroom. It's the single most important aspect of education.
Teachers, rather than being pushing back, young teachers will quite often embrace it and would be some of our strongest supporters and allies of some of the teacher quality work. They want to see this change.
Teachers want to be treated like professionals. They want to have more rigor in their education. They want to do a better job, but the system is holding them back.
And NCTQ has said that's just not good enough. We need to have better teacher prep. We need to push these schools of education to really be preparing our teachers for the next generation of students.
NCTQ and U.S. News both agree that we're in this to get information for the public, to do something useful for people, and whether the institutions want to cooperate or not, it shouldn't be the deciding factor here.
The final piece that I think is terribly exciting and terribly challenging, because it requires a certain kind of leadership to understand it, and this is where I think the National Council is very unique, is they become a critical friend, which is not just a friend, slaps you on the back saying life is good. They're critical friends.
NCTQ really rests on credibility. I think it's important that they're nonpartisan. People understand that. They have some really creative people working for them, some of their advisors, the board of directors. They really make sure that they have an honest view of the world. They don't push a particular agenda. They're looking for quality.
Very, very unique organization. It's one that does need the support of organizations, foundations that really want to make this nation better and stronger.
They understand what it takes to get people to pay attention.
When people invest in NCTQ, what they're getting back is courageous thinking for kids. What NCTQ is doing is really pushing the boundaries to make sure that our policymakers, our teachers, and our parents are just thinking differently about public education, to make sure we've changed the profession, to make sure that all of our kids get the education that they deserve.